So Kathleen Kennedy has gotten her contract renewed and her trust renewed for Star Wars and being the president of Lucasfilm. And you know, I don't usually comment that much on my videos on Star Wars that much, but I think this is a just a major mistake, and it's I can't think of any other entertainment or business decisions where you are allowed to fail so much that you get basically uh, continued trust to continue your business as you've previously done it. And Kathleen Kennedy is the first person and the only person so far that has made Star Wars unprofitable. It has divided the fan base so much that Star Wars, that is probably the biggest IP ever created, where the only thing that can limit your imagination, not just imagination, I mean, the only thing stopping you is the imagination, because it's an entire galaxy. It's basically an entire universe of rich lore and where you can do interesting storytelling. But all that Kathleen Kennedy has done is to push down her agenda of forced diversity, bad storytelling, ruining the lore, ruining characters, and ruining the franchise. And it just shows with The Last Jedi. Either she had no clue of what Rian Johnson were doing, or she didn't care. Both are bad. And she doesn't even know what is going on within the Star Wars franchise. When you have the brother of Carrie Fisher, he's saying that Carrie is gonna be in Episode 9. That's what JJ told him, and she's gonna have a role in that. And she goes around that he's just confused. She doesn't even know what's going on in her own company, and she should be doing the dailies for Star Wars and knowing what's going on. But it doesn't feel like she has any clue what is going on in her own company, and she doesn't even seem to get Star Wars, which most people adore, or used to at least. And the Phantom Menace, I watch people like, or channels like World Class Bullshitters, Geeks and Gamers. I watch Odin Movies blog. I watch Ethan Van Sciver and Jesse Milestone. That's Star Wars Girl. John Talks. All these channels, they are speaking the truth on a regular basis more than I am. They also have a way bigger platform than I ever have, and are exposing this on a daily basis. And Kathleen Kennedy is the cancer that has to be removed from Star Wars. I see a lot of people. Oh, you hate Star Wars. If I and all these other people hated Star Wars, we wouldn't be critical of it, because we love most aspects of Star Wars. If it's the original trilogy, the prequels, the Clone Wars, Rebels, if it's even Rogue One, a lot of people seem to even like that movie. It's because we like the lore and just the world that George Lucas created, and Kathleen Kennedy has completely destroyed what George Lucas has created. She destroyed the character of Luke. She destroyed Han Solo, and Princess Leia is. I mean, then there's not much they can do with her story. And the next one. So, Disney, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You have such a great franchise, and giving Kathleen Kennedy so much power and no oversight whatsoever. Bob Iger basically white knighting you in the media. You haven't done shit since Solo, a Star Wars story, premiered, and that one flopped. That was under your oversight. You fired two directors that were almost done shooting the movie, and then you doubled the budget because you're so goddamn incompetent of running your studio that the movie has probably gone $200-300 million in a deficit. It's not. It hasn't made money. It's not gonna make money in its DVD sales, and it's not gonna make money in the future. And episode 9, who cares about episode 9 at this point? The leaks of the episode 9 said nobody's talking about the movie because nobody cares. You could have Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan. You could have the biggest name attached to that movie, and nobody would give a fuck about that movie. And I suspect that movie is not gonna make money on it because The Last Jedi barely made any money because they pressure. Disney has so much power now, especially with the Fox purchase, where they have so many IPs now and the market share that they can bully cinema chains into giving them more of the profits, and that's what they did with Star Wars. They are pressuring the chains to having a main screen run in their cinemas for 4 weeks, and letting them have less of the profits of these movies, and that is bullying. That is shameful, and that is under Kathleen Kennedy's supervision. And I haven't said I'm gonna boycott Star Wars because I watched Solo on premiere because even after what was the flop of Solo, I still wanted to see what that movie was like. But because it's Disney just renewing their faith in Kathleen Kennedy, I'm just boycotting it. I'm not telling anyone else how to spend their money. I'm personally not buying anything more from Star Wars from this point forward until Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson have been removed from Lucasfilm and Disney. So anyways, watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.